Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Education. Speaker, last Friday I was thrilled to see the Minister announce funding for the 2020-21 school year, which is $736 million more than last year. I know that our priorities are in the right place on student success and well-being. And on the latter, it is more important than ever to make sure that our kids can receive the mental health support that they need. School boards, students, parents in my riding will welcome our government's increased funding for mental health. Can the minister please outline how these funds will support our students as they prepare to return to school in September?
Minister of Education.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to thank the member from Eglinton Lawrence for her leadership and for her advocacy for more supports for mental health and special education in the province of Ontario. Indeed, Speaker, I was proud to join the Premier last week to announce new investments to support mental health and the resiliency of our kids. We know that COVID-19 has had a great impact on their strength and on their ability to continue on in learning. We know that this isolation has an impact on their social and emotional learning. And it's why, Speaker, our government more than doubled mental health funding last year. It's why this year, for September, we're adding an ancillary investment of $10 million. That brings the mental health and well-being grant to the province of Ontario to $75 million. In the members' riding, and for Toronto Public, for example, that's an additional $10 million. Or rather a $10 million investment being provided to that board to help them hire more psychologists, more psychotherapists and social workers to help our children, our families and our entire community get through the difficulty of this outbreak.
And the supplementary question.
To the Minister for that answer. I know from speaking with them that many parents of special needs students are especially concerned for student well-being during this period of uncertainty. We put in place increased supports for special needs students during distance learning, and we continue to invest to support them. The Toronto Catholic District School Board, which operates in my riding, will receive close to $128 million in special education funding in 2020-21, an increase over last year. Can the minister please share further details on how our government is supporting special needs students in Ontario?
Again, the Minister of Education.
Thank you very much, Speaker, and thank you again to the member opposite for the question. Speaker, indeed, the government is continuing to invest more in special education. It is this progressive Conservative government that will increase investment in Spec Ed to the highest levels ever recorded in Ontario history to $3.2 billion. Speaker, we are more than doubling the mental health portfolio to over $40 million. When you look at the agreements we reach with our union, with the union federations and our partners, $212 million for the new Support for Students Fund. That is a fund that is designed to focus on hiring staff that actually meet the needs of our parents and our kids. More in Spec Ed, more in mental health and in STEM education, Speaker. Obviously, part of our commitment for September is to make sure that IEPs and IPRCs continue to be followed by school boards, and that school boards provide a check-in ahead of the start of the year to ensure families have the resources, the technology, and the support they need so that their child can have dignity, opportunity, and succeed this September.